Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to some more No Man's Sky. So, I think today I'm going to go over how to get tons of resources, right? Like your carbon, your ferrite dust, your this and that, right? All the common stuff. Now, there's a couple of ways to accomplish this, and now it's going to be a little biased here, I'll be honest. Now, a lot of this stuff you can probably just buy at a space station, and I'll show you that first. Um, so let's go ahead and head there now. Go ahead and head on inside here. Piss them off for no reason. Gotta love doing that. I hope they don't ever take that out. I don't know why they would, but, you know, shit happens. So now, you can go over here to the left. You can actually go up and buy, you can buy a bunch of, like, materials, like microprocessors and amino chambers and just, you know, other buildable type of shit that you can't really get. And some of these, right? There's a couple of these, I think, in other systems that you'll be able to use for, like, either trading or you'll need it to find something somewhere, whatever. But you can buy things like oxygen and cobalt, sodium. You got your tritium used for fuel, uranium used for different kinds of fuel. Marium which are made to build stuff. And like all these right here, these are like really important for building. So definitely the space station is probably a good go-to. The amount that you can buy is not nearly as high as what it used to be, because you used to be able to buy this shit in thousands at a time. It was crazy. But you can't do it anymore, which I agree, because I mean it should be you just be able to buy it. Um, Now another way that I like to do, that's a nice little ship. That's an even nicer ship. What is this? B class, A class. Do I want to pick this up? I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna pick this up. You can also actually, while I'm here, you can actually go to offer to trade. You can actually trade with these guys as well. They'll actually give you. So like this guy will give you some quantum computers, and these are relatively difficult to make. So these are really good to buy. But you can definitely buy more cobalt, ferrite dust, oxygen, whatever the good stuff. You can't buy carbon. I don't think I've ever seen you being able to buy carbon. I'll try to buy the ship. God, I'm stupid. Already forgetting shit. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, it's an A class too. The technology slots aren't fucking great. Actually, you know what? Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. But yeah. So the space station is another good option with as far as like trading and whatnot from other travelers and you know the galactic trade system. And I think to me the best way, especially if you're gonna farm like a bunch at one time, let's find a good. Actually, this is a great planet. Nice easy planet with no sentinels. This is what the kind of planet you want to find right here. And I'm gonna go through it now. You want to find some good. Let's open these. You want to find a good multi-tool with good geology cannon upgrades. As you can see, the explosion radius is up by almost 270 plus percent, 276%. So it's very good to have this, and it's the damage is up by like 153%. So definitely keep a lookout for those upgrades. They are X class, so it may take you some time to find them. I got lucky and got it on the first try, and I just duped the hell out of it. So I was like, I want this on every multi-tool. Now I'm going to show you the dangers here in a minute of actually using that, because it's very dangerous. So let's go ahead and just scan a couple things here to get some extras unlocked. Because if you didn't know, there's certain things like this. You see how it says it wants you to analyze it, right? Oh, it's on fire. That's weird. It wants you to analyze. So when you analyze it, it only gives you ferrite dust. But if you analyze it, look, it gives you dihydrated as well. That goes for a lot of things around here. Like this will probably give us oxygen as well. Yep. But you want to scan everything just to kind of get the secondary bonuses of actually destroying stuff. So definitely take your time and go through and just scan everything. Animals don't really matter, but they do give you a ton of credits, so definitely worth it to scan those. Let's go through and get these. I'll just do a couple more. Just to kind of get like a good idea of what we can get here. I think that's good. Now, here's the thing, right? You want to try to find an area that has a bunch of like clustered things together. This is actually a good example right here. This is okay. This isn't great, but it's a good example. All these things here with this geology cannon, if I launch this, see how much it destroyed? Look at how much it destroys. It destroys everything in that vicinity. Look at that. Now look at all the stuff that I'm getting. All that carbon, all the ferrite dust, everything. If you do have a lot of this, it's good to use, but if you don't have a ton of unstable plasma, you might want to kind of start building it up first before you start doing this, because it can get pretty, I would say, expensive. So if you're pretty good on unstable plasma, definitely try this out, because this is incredible how fast you can do it. I mean, oh man, this is a great example right here. Look at all this. All those gone. All those gone. Look at all this ferrite dust I'm going to be getting here in a second. If it pops up at some point. It does not. Oh, I got... that's not that much. Those little rocks don't really give me much. But, if, like, there's some planets that have, like, a big-ass cluster of shit. You can't just go around and, you know, just shoot things if you would like. If that's more satisfying to you, you know. Oh, good. Oh, good. But there's also another way... You can actually utilize your ship for this. So you can just kind of just launch the shit in any direction, really, and just hit shit. And it'll get you anything, really. It's great. It really is. It's a great source of collecting. You can also use your ship to collect your resources. I think the photon cannon, I think, is what does the best. I'm not 100% sure. But you can definitely use this. So you can kind of just light shit up. It'll give you a bunch of stuff. This is always a really good go-to. You can collect a lot of shit, and it goes right into your inventory too. And this is also a really good method. And plus, you don't have to use any of your own ammo. So I mean, this is especially if you're starting, this is a great option right here. Great option. And you won't collect any solicit powder either, because that's annoying to collect. I don't think there's use for anything, really. But even just after all this, I mean, that's how much we've got. Just from shooting for just that little bit, that's how much we got right there. And then compared to this one, oh yeah, I've definitely had a bunch of this shit for a while, so I won't be able to tell how much I collected there, but those are definitely good go-tos. You do have your farms and stuff that you could do. Like your base buildable farms. Those are good for like plant resources, right? Like Bastium and what are they called? The Gravitino balls. You can farm those. You got your what are they called? The solar vines. You got a bunch of stuff that you can grow. I mean, I'll go to my freighter and I'll show you a couple. We'll have to get away. I love this system, by the way. This system's beautiful. If you want to come to the system, here are the coordinates. You can just take those down. So let's spawn in my freighter here. My beautiful S-Class freighter. Let's go ahead and open some of these. Boom. There we go. Alright. So if we go in here, go up, and you can do the same thing on a planet too. You'll be able to build whatever kind of planets you want. So if you go in here, you go to the, no, it's, here it is. So you can build all these plants here. You can even build standing planters that'll give you carbon. You just take this and build it. If you put this here, it'll allow you to have, like those three right there, those provide carbon on both sides. I think it's on this side as well. Yeah, you can see it. But then you can plant these in the middle of it, right? And it'll grow them, and then you're able to go right into the middle. There's like a little panel on the floor where you can collect all of them at once. So this is good for these kinds of things. I would say that probably the most useful to me, probably the frostwort, because that can be used to build a lot of things. That and the standing planters. I mean, just you can never have enough carbon, and the frostwort helps you build certain things. I think Fastium's okay too, but I mean, you can get that in a lot of places, to be honest. But yeah, I thought I'd just make a quick short little video, just a couple of ways. I know there's a couple of other ways to get these kinds of resources, but those are like my main ways. And again, it's all, you know, per person, it's going to differ how you want to gather them. You know, because if you're new, you're going to want to use your ship, but if you're rich with unstable plasma, you want to use your geology cannon. Even the plasma cannon would work pretty well too, but those bounce around, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to be accurate with it. But do be careful if you use the geology cannon. As you saw, even from a distance, it still took my fucking shields down, and like a sliver of my health as well. So you can, I have one shot myself with that before. So, and that's with full health. So definitely be careful with that. But yeah, but I think that's about it. If you have any suggestions, or if you have any different ways that you like to collect resources, be sure to leave it in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have a great day.